Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Vintage Story here on the Skalds of Vintara server. Today I think I'm going to get on with some of the clearing out of the storage here. I know I've got a dirt chest upstairs and we're going to get all of this stuff set into different chests. I've cleared out most of this, to be honest with you. I'm looking for some sticks because I need to make a new shovel, which I've just forged up there. And yeah, we'll take this dirt upstairs and I'll show you what we've done already. So up here, I've added in some of these. I don't know if I showed you these last time. I can't remember. I've added in some paper lanterns underneath the floor here and just put some of these black carpets on top of them. Black carpets are expensive, but they're well worth it because they block off the light, well, the visual aspect of these completely, but they do still allow the light to filter back through them. So this place is fully lit up now. We're not going to get any more drifters coming in from up here, and as you can see up here I have got lighting, interiors, decorations, outcroppings, furniture, mechanical, all kinds of different stuff up here. If I just filter across here, you can see loads of different stuff. So I've already used up over half of one of these walls, and I've still got that entire wall there. Oh, I've got a shells one there as well. And then I've got this entire thing in the centre as well. But we're going to make sure that all of these chests are fully filled, probably a lot sooner than you think, to be honest. Now I do have a dirt chest here, which I knew I needed to add that into, and I think I'm going to carry on with getting a load of this stuff in. However, I met up... Oh, hello. Hello. Where's my sword? There you are. What are you doing in here? Where did you spawn? That's the question. Yeah, I was going to say, I met up with a Shanton earlier on today and showed her around the different ruins that Nathan and I excavated a couple of episodes back. So why don't you watch that while I am getting on with some of this storage cleaning?
And he and Nathan have been through the translocator and they set up a new portal. So show me how we get to it.
Yeah, if you come back through to spawn here, through this translocator or teleporter.
Yep, you go first.
And we end up at spawn.
Right.
And then it's on the southwest corner of here. We can see on this one here.
Yes.
You can see it's called Ye Olde Vintara.
It's what?
It's called Ye Olde Vintara, Ye Olde Vintara.
Oh, I see.
And this takes you through to a new set of ruins that we found.
Oh, gosh.
And both Nathan and I have episodes out on this, and it is this huge complex of ruins that you can see on the minimap.
Oh, gosh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Let me just put my main map up. Oh, my goodness. That is enormous.
Yeah, so we spent a long time.
I've never seen ruins like that.
Neither have we. We spent a long time excavating all of these out, and we've done it as a proper excavation. So we've gone down to the rock at the bottom. We've left in all of the earthworks around, which were actually part of the structures of these buildings, and we've just taken out the low fertility soil around them. And so this building here...
beams in?
No, we didn't. All these beams came with it. Yeah, every single one here is exactly as we found it. We haven't removed or added a single block.
It's fantastic. I have never seen a ruin like this.
And so if you come into the centre of it...
I didn't even know they came like this. The sandstone cobble skulls as well. I didn't even know they existed. Oh my goodness me.
So all of this was covered in a acacia forest.
Wow, and you had to take out all the trees.
Yeah, we had to take out all the trees and all of the earth from around this. This was about
Wow,
2 or 3 deep in dirt.
It would be a shame to take this down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so we were thinking, but this would be a perfect location for a museum.
It probably would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because I know you and Copy Girl were talking about making a museum.
Yeah, we were, yeah.
And what do you think about this as a location for it?
I think it looks fine. It's a question of what Copy Girl thinks. She's the one that, you know, she has her own view of what it should be, and I'm not sure. Wow, I'm just astonished. And was this underground, this bit?
Not all of it. I think we took out maybe a layer of soil and grass from the top of it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was up to this height from the outside. It was up to here, so we've taken out all of that.
I found a ruin in my world, but it's not like this. My goodness.
And then there's lots of ones on the outside as well. So there's this ruin here.
Yeah. My goodness.
And then
I have never seen a ruin like that.
Over here.
Yeah.
We have another big ruin.
Oh, wow. Oh, that should have, did that have an ore room under it?
Yes, it did, yeah. We had, I think, this is where I got my bed from. So I actually finally got a bed on the server now.
Wow. Gosh, they're gorgeous ruins, this lot, aren't they?
Yeah. There's one more up at the top here.
Also, it is quite neutral, because our first ruins were a bit negative, weren't they? And there's another one here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And so this one had a ruin in it down here.
Ooh. Oh, you must have got a nice lot of loot from that lot.
Not a huge amount, to be honest. I think the only things we got of any real worth was an empty owl chest. Yeah. We got a metal torch holder and an aged wooden bed.
Oh gosh.
But everything else was a bit meh.
Yeah.
And then in this circular one we decided to put the teleporter into here.
I must say, I think the ruin itself is the treasure, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's definitely, because we can
never seen that.
Decide to do with this whatever we want. But we thought because it's such a huge thing and it's so unique, but it should really be used for a server project, like a community project, like a museum, rather than just taking it down and
I think that's
keeping all the aged oak in a chest somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, what we could do is where it's got spaces is we could either fill it in to complete the build, or better still, we could just fill it with glass. Then you could see how we found it. Yeah. What a wonderful build.
Yeah.
I didn't even know ruins came like that these days.
It's quite amazing, isn't it? And I was going to say, both Nathan and I are landscapers. So we deliberately took out all of the land and made it look like an archaeological dig, with all these very, very sheer lines and the terracing. Because we know that when it comes to actually building it back up again, it gives us the opportunity to be able to actually build the buildings and then design the landscape around it however we want.
Yeah. I think that's gorgeous. I'm astonished. Absolutely astonished.
But you were looking for basalt.
I am.
So if you open up your map...
I'm also looking for food at the moment. And yes, I can see the basalt desert now.
Yeah, it's huge.
So the translocator needs marking. That is in the... I need to mark where the translocator is.
The teleporter, yeah. So the easiest way to get out here is definitely through this teleporter.
Yeah, right. I'm just going to... Oh, mark that on my map.
Yeah. And just so that your viewers definitely know, this is something that Nathan and I have added in to the game here. This isn't naturally generating at all.
Yes.
Just like the ones that spawn, this is something we've decided to add in to make it easier to travel around the server because we're making videos here on YouTube.
Wow. Right. Save. Good. It's just so that it stands out as to which building it's in.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for showing me that. That's incredible.
Yeah, have a talk to Copy Girl because I think that if you two can take that on as a project, you two can make it look incredible, and it would. I do think it is the perfect spot to make a museum.
Yeah. Wow. So, which is your house now?
I'm mainly living out of the forge at the moment.
You're mainly living out of the main lodge?
The forge.
Yeah.
The blacksmith.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm going to go home and get some food. Do you want to come and get some food?
Oh, okay.
Well, you don't have to.
No, I'm getting a bit hungry here.
Yeah. Wow. Have you seen the way that Copy Girl does our farms?
Yes, they look really nice. I love all the stuff around here.
Pardon?
I love all the stuff around here.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
Starting to look quite good, actually. It's amazing how once you decide to do one or two things, it takes up hours and hours and hours of time. Let me grab another one for you. Trying to go and store this. What are we eating this time?
Blackcurrant jam.
Blackcurrant jam. We have a lot of berries and currants.
I know you do.
Well, thank you for that tour, Apache. That looks wonderful.
Yes, no problem at all. It's if you go back out there in daytime as well, you can see just the real majesty of it all, because it looks a lot more impressive during the day.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
So I'm heading back on over to the forge with a load more stuff, an inventory full of stuff to add into the storage system. And this is going to be, I think, my final lot for today. I've done a huge amount of this already. I will need to do more because I've still got the barn to clear out. I've just cleared the starter home, and so I think I've got a load of dirt in here. Medium fertility dirt, low fertility dirt. Farming is where the compost goes. I just brought a load of flint over as well. And then in tools, and then path texturing here. This is where we want to start adding the cob. We have some quartz there, that's for outside. We have some thatch, plant life, and leather. Now this chest is empty because I have actually started making some leather downstairs. It's been my pet project for the last couple of days, getting all of this sorted, because it takes a huge amount of time to do leather, because I want some leather backpacks basically. I've kind of running out of space in my inventory quite often. So I'll take you through the process of actually making leather now. So the first thing you need is, if we have a look at these, and we work backwards from here. So we have leather. We need 8 leather per backpack. And so to make the leather, you need prepared hide of various different sizes, plus strong tannin portion. This strong tannin portion is created with weak tannin portion and a log, and the weak tannin portion is created with water and a log. And then the actual hide itself, the prepared hide, if we go back, this is created with scraped hide plus weak tannin. And then the the prepared hide is created by soaked hide with a knife. The soaked hide is created with borax, diluted borax, or with lime water portions. I wasn't too sure which was better, so I made some of both. You can see I've got some powdered borax here and I've got some lime here, and I can tell you that powdered borax is definitely better. If I found a borax vein right next to a copper vein I was mining out, so I did manage to get quite a lot of this borax stuff. It was over a stack in total of the borax, so I was able to get a lot of that. I think it takes 20 of this compared to what will be 40 maybe, or 50 of the lime, something along those lines. So if you can get your hands on borax, it's a lot better. So we've gone through, and it takes I think it is 24 hours to create the weak tannin with water and oak, and it does need to be oak as well, you can't use other woods. And then it takes another 24 hours once you've got that weak tannin to create the strong tannin. It's immediate to do the borax, however then it takes I think 18 to 24 hours to do one set of leather depending on the size. You can see we've got some prepared leather in here, small ones. Do I have anything in here? Yes, I do. Some prepared large leather. And then over here in these ones we have some leather, actual leather, because this has gone into the strong. It takes 3 days for it to be in the weak tannin potion. Oh, and then it takes another 4.5 days. You can see here 3.1 out of 4.5 days to get to actually be turned into leather. But we do actually now have a decent amount of leather that we can use. We have just over a stack there. So if we go like that, then we can get ourselves 4. Oh no, sorry. Like that. Now we can get ourselves 4 of these backpacks, and then we can put down this leather in here. We can put these ones down in there. We can take these ones out and add these in. Let's move these 2 up to there. Put those in there. Get rid of these 2. And now we have 4 leather backpacks. So this is our full inventory space. I don't think you can get higher than this. Let me know if you can, because I would definitely like more inventory space. But this will definitely help. And these are now trader fodder. I can actually now sell these to a trader for profit. So that is leatherworking in a nutshell. I think I do have a bit more strong tannin in each of these. So I'm going to get a bucket here. We have 8 litres of weak tannin still left in there. I'm going to leave that in there. But if I take it out of here and put it into here, take that lot out of there and put it into here, we can see we have 6 litres of strong tannin left. And I'm going to have more from this one as well. But 8 litres of weak tannin, is that enough to do any of this prepared hide? Might be. Yes, I did get it. Okay. So let's have a look what this is going to take. No. And no. Okay. Does it need to be in the strong tannin? We have 6 litres. So yes, but we can only do one at a time, and it's much better if you can to do as much as possible with this. So I'm not actually going to do that for now. I'm going to wait until this one is finished and see how much of the strong tannin is left in that, and then we can try and push these 2 together and see if we can get these last ones done. I have now found out exactly what is the problem with this health hammer. You can see it is working now. However, thank you to Zaldarian, who commented on one of the last episodes, telling me how to actually show the chunk boundaries. And it is exactly as I thought. In fact, it is actually a little bit worse. So if I actually type this command in like this, debug wireframe chunk. .debug space wireframe space chunk, and if we press enter we can see this is the current chunk we're in, and then if we move into this chunk you can see it's flipped over into this one, and you can see exactly where this chunk boundary is. Now these chunks work pretty much the same as they do in Minecraft if you're used to that, in terms of how they load. Of course, it's not exactly the same under the cover, but you can think of it in very much the same way. So that if this chunk loads at a different time or just out of sync than this chunk, everything is going to be thrown off. And of course, just underneath the ground just here, this is where our line is. So underneath this block here, this is where the axles are, or just underneath this block even. Just where the axles are, you can see, and that is in this chunk here, and then the rest of it is in this chunk here. However, it gets worse. I didn't realise just how big chunks were. They're 32 by 32, not 16 by 16, and this building is right in the middle of two chunks, and so you can see now this glitch here. All the others are turning, but this one is not, and you can see some of these two are not turning even though they should be, even though all three of these are turning up at the top there. Only two of these axles are turning here, which means there's a bigger problem up at the top here. If we head on up, we can see that this one's not turning at all, and that this one is broken here because it's on a chunk boundary just there, and this one is on a chunk boundary just here as well. So what that means is a huge amount of work for me, because I need to move, if I want to do this all properly and get this all working fully, I need to move this entire line of axles over either this way by at least 2, or over this way by at least 2, to give it that comfort margin so that everything, all the connections are within the same chunk. Because there's actually 3 rows, or 3, if you think of each one of these as a row, then there's actually 3 rows that need to be in the same chunk. There's this one here, where the connection is on that side. There's this one here, where the axles actually are. And then there's this one here, where it connects in to the actual building here. Now we're also going to have problems, probably not with this as it stands, because it's just at the right angle so that these ones are coming out at here. So we're actually stopping just here and then going down. So just underneath this block here will be this connection just here. You can see that. So what it means really is that I need to move this entire build over into this chunk. And because of where the chunk boundary is, let's just say if we grab this just here, this is actually the chunk boundary there. So I need to make sure all of this, including the actual windmill itself, is the other side, is this side of this block. and preferably this would be where I want the actual windmill to be, on this line here. So I need to move it over by, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks in total. Which means it's going to actually head on into the lake here. So this is going to be a big project, and I need to kind of get on with this fairly quickly. I'm not really going to do any of this on camera as well, because it is going to be a massive undertaking, and it's just going to be ripping this down and putting it all into a chest and then just trying to find out where each of the blocks goes, because each one of these is chiseled. Every single one of these is chiseled around here. And then as we go up, the entire of the roof up here, in fact, pretty much the entire of, oh, I've done this wrong. Pretty much the entire of that top section is actually chiseled as well. I suppose if we come to the outside, all of the acacia up there, you can see across the underside there, that's all chiseled, and then pretty much every single block of the roof line is chiseled as well. So yeah, it is going to be a big project to try and do this, and I actually need to work out exactly where I want to put it as well, because if it's not going to go here, is it going to look right being like 9 blocks pushed further that way? So I need to do a bit of figuring out, a bit of working out what I want to do. As you can see up here now, all of this is chiseled, every single block. That is what being a perfectionist does for you sometimes. I wanted it to all look nice and uniform, and it's ended up meaning that when I need to move the entire build, I'm going to have a lot of chests around just to be able to put all the different blocks in. That's why I needed a bigger inventory, just so I've got more space to work with in there. But yeah, this is all going to have to move. So I think on that bombshell, this is where we're going to end today. It might be a bit of a shorter episode today, but finding out all of this has just pushed all of my plans back. I've got a couple more builds that I really do want to work on, but until this is done, I need to finish this before any of that. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.